What is a display font? And why do some typefaces grab your attention instantly, while others quietly fade into the background? The answer lies in purpose. Not every font is designed to be read for long periods. Some fonts are designed to be seen before they are read. These are called display fonts. A display font is a typeface created for large sizes, short text, and maximum visual impact. Unlike body text fonts, display fonts aren't built for reading long paragraphs. They're designed to make an impression. Think about movie posters, magazine covers, billboards, album artwork, brand logos, or YouTube thumbnails. The text is often large, bold, expressive, and unforgettable. That's where display fonts shine. Display fonts communicate personality before the words are even understood. One display font might feel futuristic. Another might feel playful. Another could feel elegant, vintage, experimental, or mysterious. Without changing the message, changing the display font completely changes how the message is perceived. This is why designers carefully choose display fonts to match the emotion of a project. Unlike traditional text typefaces, display fonts often break the rules. They may use exaggerated proportions, unexpected curves, decorative details, extreme contrast, or highly stylized letter forms. These characteristics make them visually memorable. But they also reduce readability at smaller sizes. Imagine reading an entire novel set in a decorative horror movie font. It would quickly become exhausting. That's because display fonts prioritize expression over efficiency. Body text fonts do the opposite. They prioritize clarity, consistency, and comfort. Professional designers understand that every font has a job. A display font attracts attention. A body font keeps attention. Together, they create visual balance. Display fonts also play a major role in branding. Many companies use custom display typography to create a recognizable identity. A distinctive headline style can become just as memorable as a logo. When used consistently, typography becomes part of a brand's personality. Display fonts are especially common in advertising because they compete for attention. In a busy street or crowded social media feed, a headline has only a fraction of a second to capture interest. A well-chosen display font helps make that happen. But choosing a display font isn't simply about finding something that looks exciting. It must also support the message. A luxury brand requires a different visual voice than a children's toy company. A technology startup communicates differently than a heavy metal festival. The personality of the typeface should match the personality of the content. Another common mistake beginners make is using display fonts everywhere. When every heading is dramatic, every page becomes visually noisy. When decorative fonts appear in long paragraphs, readability suffers. Strong typography relies on contrast, expressive headlines, comfortable body text. Each has its own role. Some of the most iconic display fonts have shaped entire generations of design. They define movie franchises, music genres, fashion campaigns, sports brands, and magazine covers. Often, people remember the typography even if they don't remember the designer who created it. This is the power of display typography. It transforms words into visual experiences. So how do designers know when to use a display font? A simple rule is this. If the text is short and intended to attract attention, a display font may be the right choice. If the text is long and intended to be read comfortably, choose a text typeface instead. The goal is always communication, not decoration. So, what is a display font? A display font is a typeface designed for headlines, titles, logos, posters, and other large-scale applications where visual impact matters more than extended readability. It gives typography personality, creates emotion, captures attention, and reminds us that sometimes the way words look can be just as powerful as the words themselves.